Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body. I tucked my chain and I said, oh, snap. He said, I can say anti-Semitic things and Adidas can't drop me. Now what? Adidas dropped that nigga immediately. This guy lost $1.5 billion in a day. $1.5 billion in a day. I saw that. I said, put your chain on, nigga. Welcome back.
Count the what? 2, 3. I'm gonna get Oh!
You're such a good horse.
And a woman came up to me, she goes, oh my God, Dave Chappelle. And I was just being reciprocally nice. Hey, miss, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, this lesbian fellow stepped between us. Hey, nigga, that's my girl. I said, yo, my man, back up like that. She said, stop calling me a man, motherfucker. I'm a woman. I said, what? And then I looked deep in this nigga's cheekbones. I said, oh my God, you are a woman. I unballed my fist immediately, and I softened my posture so that she would know she's in no danger. I even changed the tone of my voice. I said softly, sweetly, like a pimp might say. Bitch, I'm about to slap the shit out of you.
Fucking her anyway.
Look at her peeking.
Didn't want to believe it. At first, I didn't believe it. I was like, man, these people are obviously trying to destroy Dr. Cosby's rich legacy. Even 34 allegations into it, I was still like, man, probably only raped 10 or 11 of those people. I know, but it's really tough. You know, you guys are young, so imagine if you found out 40 years from now that Kevin Hart raped 54 people. You'd be like, oh my God. The only one that would believe that would be Cat Williams. He'd be like, I knew that motherfucker was up to something. I knew Kevin raped or something. There was a black man who was in South Carolina during slavery who somehow got granted his freedom by his so-called master. And when his master granted him the freedom, he also gave him a plot of land. Now, it turns out this brother was brilliant. He farmed this plot of land very successfully and made a lot of money. When he got all that money, this nigga bought some slaves. Not only was he a slave owner, he became a slave breeder and employed tactics that were so cruel, even white slave owners were like, yo, my man. He was a wild dude, but he did it just because that's what successful people did at the time, and he just wanted to be down. What a fucking tragedy. How can a person that went through slavery perpetrate the same evil on a person that looks just like him? And, shockingly, they're making a movie about him. It's called Space Juice.
Okay, no look. Thank you.
I am going to bring back coal. Coal? I'm not even exaggerating. I have never in my life even seen a fucking lump of coal. I honestly don't even know what coal is for. If you're gonna have motherfuckers digging around in the dirt looking for shit, find me some truffles, nigga. That's what I'm about. And these truffle prices are getting out of control. If it gets any worse, I'm gonna be back down to regular butter like everybody else.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Fall backwards. Go for it.
Oh, oh, oh. I watched Donald Trump in a press conference, and this motherfucker had all the media gathered, and this literally asked the media to their face to stop finding it out. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is bugging. And then, I'm not even making this up, his lips started sweating. Have you ever seen a motherfucker's lip sweat? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga's lips? It's like if you're on a plane, right? You ever been on a plane? I get scared to fly. I do it all the time. I be scared on there. And sometimes the plane will hit turbulence. And then I get nervous. But I always look at the flight attendant, and she looks calm, and it makes me feel calm. But if that lips were sweating, it's terrifying. Like, yo, why are your lips sweating? What do you know? And then, I'm not even...
Move. What doesn't belong here? This doesn't belong in here. This is not one of your babies.
No bite. No ma'am. You don't bite your brother. You gonna fucking slap me.
All this motherfucker's ideas sound like high people ideas. He just tells us what he's thinking as soon as it occurs to him. This shit sounds nuts. I'm gonna go to China, and I'm gonna get those jobs from China and bring them back here to America. For what? So iPhones can be $9,000? Leave that job in China where it belongs. None of us want to work that hard. What the fuck is he thinking? I want to wear Nikes. I don't want to make them. What the fuck are you doing?
Scared of a little bit, right?
I'm not saying I don't like police. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm just scared of them. Sometimes we want to call them too. Somebody broke into my house once. It's a good time to call them, but The house is too nice. It ain't a real nice house, but they never believe I lived it. It'd be, oh, he's still here. Open and shut case, Johnson. I saw this once before when I was a rookie. Apparently this nigger broke in and hung up pictures of his family everywhere.
Drop it. Drop it.
I remember Bruce Jenner. Before the Kardashians, before all that, this motherfucker was a white American superhero. It was amazing. He was beating Africans at track and field. We'd never seen anything like it. He was on my cereal box growing up. You know how much of that cereal I ate, nigga? I didn't know he was gonna do that. I knew before you guys knew. I heard things on the street in Hollywood. You know, you just be out, see people. Hey, what's up, Kanye? Why the long face? Nigga, you'll see. I got 2 mother-in-laws now. Let me tell you, this kid is only 16 years old. Listen to what he did to me. This motherfucker calls me up in the middle of the night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, Dad, don't be mad. I knew something was terribly wrong. I said, what's going on? He said, listen, I'm fine. And don't forget, you told me to do this. I'm at a party, and my designated driver had too much to drink. Me and my friends need you to come pick us up. I said, Jesus Christ, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I am faced. And I figured, it's better me than some kid. I might as well roll the dice and go pick my nigga up. I said, all right, I'm coming to get you. And then he gave me the address, and I was shocked. I said, son, you are not gonna believe this, but I'm at the same party. the sheriff, this motherfucker grabbed the podium. He goes, "You don't know how scary the things I read in my briefings are." And I was like, "Holy shit, man, you ain't supposed to tell us that, bro. That's bad leadership." Even as a parent, you think I'm gonna sit my kids there? Hey, little man, come here real quick. I just wanna holler at you for a second. Yo, I'm 3 months behind on the rent, and I am worried, very worried. Go to school and have a productive day. I was just thinking out loud, getting some shit off my chest. Like, what the f*** are you doing, bro? This is bad, man. We've had presidents before that have done bad jobs, but this shit is worse than a bad job. It's scary to watch. Holy shit, it's like seeing a pipe in your Uber driver's passenger seat.